The APIs for user account verification are complete. As you can see the flow, this is where we left in the previous video, whereby we verified the user account and you saw the message as account verification, which is this. Let me show you one more time, which is this one. But this one is at the back end. How are we going to do the same thing on the front end? The whole logic is we are going to hit these two controllers. And before we get into that, we have already displayed the error messages or the warnings about the user's account in the previous videos. Let me show you where you're going to see these warnings about the user's account. Let's get into the SRC, component, users, and then the account summary. Over here, we have fetched the user profile and we are checking for has email and then has a plan. For this one, we are done with that. And then we have what is called is email verified. So for this one, if you log the user data, in this case, the user profile, you're going to see is verified being set to false. That is why you see it here. Let's locate the JSX for displaying that. Here we are checking for has a plan. And then here is email verified. So in case the user email is not verified, then you're going to display this message. Right now, you know where this one is coming from, and that is this one. Here, when a user click on the verify your account, we are going to hit this controller for sending the token to the user's email address. So after that, we will display a message that email sent to your email. Then the user will go to his email address and then click on the link, and that link is going to use this controller for verification. All right, let's get into practice for me to show you how it's going to work. And before that, unless we have the API services for generating the user's email. And we're going to use what is called, let me check here. Let me look at the route is for get, let me check, which is this one. We have get, they are all get. But for some reasons, let's change this one to put method, because this one means that we're going to make changes to the user's account. So for this, we're going to use mutation in the front end. So now let's get back to the front end and let's do that. In the API services, users, and then the users API. Let's have one for, let me copy this. Yeah, it follows the same format as this. And change this one to send email verification token. The name is too long, but that's okay. So let's look at the endpoint is / account verification email, which is this. And for this, oh, sorry, I copied wrong thing. This one instead. Replace with this and then remove this one. Also this. And next step is that we need one for the actual verification. So here, paste it and as verify user account. And here as, let me check the endpoint, is verify account. This one. And replace with this. This one is going to be the verify token. All right, so now we have these two APIs. So let's get into the users account dashboard component, users, and here we go. We have a link here called onClick and handle verification email. So let's go ahead and then create that handler. So up here, let me collapse these guys, and here I will say handle the sending of the email. So as const as that async, and then let's create the mutation here. We don't have any mutation at the moment, so let's bring in, let me say, mutation. So let's bring in the use mutation from React query, mutation key, and send email, and then the actual function as that, and then it's called sending email account verification token API. So let's assign to verification token mutation is equal to that. So in here, we're going to use that and use a method called mutate async, or just mutate, because for this one we don't want to redirect. So let's use this one as, and then pass in nothing. Let's go ahead and then trigger this. But before that, let's log the sending the mutation, which is this one, and let's see the messages. Let me refresh it and click on verify. Let's check. As you can see, we got the data, which means that email sent to this particular email, and this email does not exist. So how can we log in? But let's avoid this. We shouldn't send the token back to the user. Otherwise, the user can just copy this one and then verify using Postman. So let's get back to the backend. For the user's controller, and where we are generating the token is this one. Yeah, remove this and remove this one. Or for this one, we can even remove the user's email for security reasons. So you say that email sent to your email, and then token expires within this period. You can customize this message. But since we are in development, let's try to check for the actual email. All right, so here, let's remove these logs. Likewise this. And let's continue. Let's refresh it. And let me try again. Now, the email has been sent. Let me register with a new account. Awesome. Dashboard. As you can see, I got this message. Let me check my email account, and I got the message. And here I got the link, which is this. So it means that this logic for sending the email is working. But let's try to display some message to the user that email has been sent. And we're going to rely on the response from this one. So down here, I am displaying the message as that. And for this one, we have done it also. So here, we are checking. In case it is pending, then we say that loading. And in case we have an error, we're going to show the error. For success, show the success. So let me uncomment this. And now let's bring in the component. Let me resave, elect, and elect message component as that. So here I will say that email sending loading, please wait. So change this one to sending. Let me check the name for the mutation is this one. Now change to that and change this one to that. Yeah. And change this one to that. Awesome. So let's see. let me click again. Let me check the error. Mutation is not defined. Yeah, so I have to change all mutations here, this one, and change this one also, this one also. Yeah, because now we are using the mutation from this one, or we can just make it as mutation, because here we're gonna have only one mutation, but that's okay. So now let's see if I try again. As you can see, we got the message as email sent to this email, token expires in 10 minutes. Now we are done with this part for the sending the token to the user. Next step is that when the user click on the link in his email address, we are going to take that token and verify. Let's continue in the next video.